Hey everyone, how you doing? My name is Echo, and I hope you're having a great day. Today's Minecraft video, we're back on Minecraft Pocket Edition, the Bedrock version, for a brand new 1.16 Nether Beta. Now, today's video is action-packed with new biomes, new housing, new blocks, new mobs, and so much more. So for the sake of today's video, I'm not going to be going through bug fixes or stability. You might see a second video from me because the other day, we also seen the release of another full version of Minecraft, being 1.14.60, which is available for all the Bedrock platforms. But we waited 2 weeks. Finally, we're kind of catching up to the Java version. We even have new sounds introduced as well. So this is the beta version 1.16.0.57. This is officially available for Android, Windows 10, and Xbox. Let's try and smash 5,000 likes on today's video. It has taken me 2 hours to prepare today's world. Now, I want to go through a couple of things. The first thing I want to go through is, let's get rid of the ugly beta stuff because the beta text hider has been updated. A massive shout out to Agent MS who reached out to me. This one is more up to date, introducing the Nether background. So he did a real good job with this. It also gets rid of the horrible beta text at the top. And if you want to check out the other add-on that we always check out, that's better backgrounds. But for the sake of today's video, I think this one looks a lot better. There is one secret feature in this, and I want to focus again on this in a little bit more detail in a separate video. So if you go to Profile and you go on to, let's just go for this one, Edit Character, we've got the Character Creator, the Classic Skins, the Capes. Newly introduced is the emotes. Not currently active, but as of me speaking to a couple of the modders, they are going to try and rip apart the files and see if there is any emotes available. I cannot wait to dab on those haters. This was not mentioned in the official changelog, but yes, emotes are coming to Minecraft, and they are coming very, very soon. See the way my character spins around there? The emotes are going to be very similar to that. Right, the official changelog is down below. The beta text hider is down below. Let's go to my world, and let's go through a lot of new features. One thing I will give the developers credit on is when loading up the Bedrock version now, it's pretty fast. Now, if you guys are just interested in Bastions, the Piglin homing, and the biomes, feel free to skip ahead in today's video. But for the sake of today's video, I spent a long time setting it up so you fully understand what has changed in this version. There's a lot of new sounds, there's a lot of new music. I believe if you're on Android and iOS, you are going to have to install the music if you haven't done that already. So what I want to mention here is I've seen an increased comments on my videos saying, hey Echo, if I join beta, I get all the new biomes and then leave, can I play that? Other people have been saying, yeah, you can. No, if you guys join a beta in your world, you cannot back out to 1.14 and play that version again. You'll have to wait for the update. So joining worlds on beta cannot be opened in previous versions. I know this from past experience. So yes, your world will have the new features, but no, you won't be able to play them in older versions. That's to stop crashes and issues. They added ruin portals in the overworld and in the nether. Now, / locate, we have ruined portal. Now, for the sake of this one, guys, I found an incredible one. This is basically like the nether bursting into the overworld. You'll end up with a portal like this. This one ended up into a church. Again, they can spawn randomly. They can spawn in oceans. They can spawn in caves. They can spawn on like this. They can spawn in multiple different locations. But for the sake of this, we'll break this a little bit. It's predominantly filled with obsidian. You will get crying obsidian. Yes, that has been introduced. But also really frequent is gold blocks. Gold is very common in this next update. Now for this one, we got some okay stuff. From my experience, the Java version was a lot better. Golden apples, god apples. In some cases, you get netherite as well. So this is a brand new naturally generated structure. So if you find a really cool seed with one at spawn, and it's a really cool design, feel free to let me know in the comment section below. So we'll do some exploring with them towards the end of today's video if we do have time. So ruined portals were added. Twisted vines grow upwards and are climbable. So these are the twisted vines. They've been growing while I've been setting up today's video. You can bone meal these. The more you bone meal it, the higher it goes. They are very similar to ladders, very similar to ordinary vines. You can climb these. Instead of growing down, they grow up. Now, these will naturally generate in your Minecraft world inside the Nether. Man, this update is absolutely brilliant. A brand new introduction, Nether Gold. Again, like I said, gold is very frequent in this update. This makes it even more frequent. And what I'm talking about is if you do have a fortune pick, and I show you exactly how powerful this is, you will get nuggets. You get nuggets back. You don't get an ore. I believe originally it was the ore, and now they've changed it to nuggets. This makes it very, very OP. I've been messing around with this quite a lot on Java, and the amount of nuggets you get is insane. Now, there's rumors that fortune isn't working to its full ability, but we got 42 from around about 10 blocks there. It's very OP, and this is really frequent, and I will show you inside the Nether how frequent it actually is. Getting into new blocks, we've had the introduction of Blackstone, Polished Blackstone, Blackstone Slab, Polished Blackstone Slab, Stairs, Polished Stairs. We've had the introduction of Blackstone Walls. We've had the introduction of Polished Blackstone Wall, Buttons, Pressure Plates, and the horse is in the way. We've also had Polished Blackstone Bricks. We've also had cracked versions, introduction of Polished Blackstone Brick Walls, the Stairs, the Gilded Blackstone, and even the introduction of Chiseled Blackstone as well. So in terms of obtaining these, very frequent, can be found in a brand new biome, which is known as the Basalt Delta. This being the polished variation is crafted using 4 Blackstone. It's really, really simple, but there is a shortcut to this in terms of obtaining these. If you just put yourself Blackstone inside of here, here's everything that you can obtain. The Blackstone can offer you the polished variations. It can even offer you the chiseled variations and every single stairs. So you're probably best off using the stone cutter. It's just become even more useful in this next update. But we will go and do some exploring because the majority of these blocks do make up the Bastions, which are known as the Pigman Housing. In my opinion, we didn't need Gilded Blackstone, but this will be found in the Delta Basalts, the Basalt Delta biomes. I feel like they should have introduced a coal variation. Because we have Nether Gold, I feel like the Gilded Blackstone wasn't necessarily needed. Plus, what do you guys think of this new block? Now, getting into one of my favorite features, and people still think this is a modded feature in the game. We have the introduction of a lodestone. Now, in terms of crafting the lodestone, you need chiseled variations, but you're also going to need netherite. And that will craft this. So, if you grab yourself inside the crafting table, 8 of these, 1 of these in the middle, the outcome will be a lodestone. Can be used, I believe it can be used in every single dimension. The overworld and the nether, I know. I haven't tried this in the end. But grab yourself an ordinary compass. Right-click the compass on this, and it will set your spawn. As you guys can see, it will always go to the lodestone. So it's great for setting it up on portals. It's really good if you do a lot of exploring. I know banner waypoints are good, but this is 1,000 times better. And yes, it does feel like it's a modded feature rather than an official Minecraft feature. It's brilliant. I absolutely love it. Getting into something that I will show you a little bit more in detail over there inside the nether. This is a respawn anchor. The reason why I'm saying this is because if you try and do this in the overworld, if we just grab ourselves some glowstone as a prime example, it will cause explosions. So we'll put this here, and if you right-click on it, it causes explosions. You cannot set respawn inside of here. So you know the way beds explode in the in the nether, the respawn anchor explodes inside the overworld. The crafting recipe for this is crying obsidian. Crying obsidian can be obtained via finding it from portals like this, but also can be found by bartering, which I think bartering is still a work in progress. And I do want to mention something here, guys. In order to get this to work, you are going to have your world in experimental game mode. Scroll down on your world, make sure you have gameplay as experimental, or it won't work. There's a couple of features that won't work as well. Forgot to mention that at the start of today's video. But you need 3 glowstone in the middle, 6 of these along the outside, and the outcome will be a respawn anchor. Brilliant addition. I'll show you more inside the nether. Finally, the smithering, it's useful, okay? It's useful in this update. Now, how this works is, I don't think, unless they've changed this, you cannot put diamond plus netherite to get the netherite pick. In order for this to work, it needs to be inside of this table. The outcome will be this. This will also transfer your enchanted stuff. So if you wanted to transfer your fortune diamond pick into netherite, fortune 3, that can be done. Although I do personally think the interface of this is quite bland. Could have made it a little bit better, in my opinion. So we have Crimson Hypha, Warped, Crit Stripped, and they're all Hypha versions. So like the Overworld, you know, you have the full log blocks. As an example, Oak, Birch, Spruce, that can be done with these. So 4 of these, we'll make 1 of these. 4 of these, we'll make 1 of these. And 4 of these, we'll make these. They are quite beautiful, actually. I'm a big fan of the new woods. To be honest, guys, there's not one feature in this update that I've been disappointed with. Moving on, we still got a lot more to go through. So yeah, Parity, music and sounds, very useful. So everyone was like, oh, Minecraft music's been added to Java. We're not going to get some Bedrock for a long time. Surprise, surprise, they have done it. So Rubido is music that you will hear during Nether Wastes. The Chrysopia, I think that is in Crimson Forest. And So Below is in Soul Sand Valley and also the Basalt Deltas. They've added Moody Sounds to Crimson/Warped Forest. Added Moody Sounds to Soul Sand Valley. So they are new sounds that have been introduced. We do have a couple more parity changes in this version as well. And I just remembered I need to turn up my music because you might hear some creepy sounds throughout today in this video. The next one we have here is Oak/Birch, growing 2 blocks away from flowers, have a 2% chance of growing a tree with a beehive. Now, for the sake of this video, guys, I'll try it. But like I said, it's only a 2% chance, so the chances of getting this instantly is going to take quite some time, but we'll give it a go. So if we do like this, we'll put another one there, and we bone meal you. It's a 2% chance. It's a very, very slim chance it's going to happen, right? But nah, it's not. We're not lucky enough. But that is something, but a very, very slim chance. So you'll be able to farm beehives is something to explain there. So listen carefully to the next couple of changes, because a lot of these are kind of sound related as well. Villages trade values changed to closely match Java Edition. I haven't had the time to fully experiment with the villages in this version, but thank you for finally doing something to the villages on Bedrock. They're broken. They despawn, they run away, they're just not as good as the Java version. Finally introduced are sounds for the honey block and the honeycomb, so have a little listen. So it is really good to see that they are going back to things that have been missing. Again, that was introduced in Bees, the Buzzy Bees update. Should have been introduced when it was released. The hoe has become like 90% more useful. So the hoe is the predominant tool for breaking nether warts, warped blocks, hay bales, dried kelp, target block, and shroomlight as well. It is the dedicated block. And if we go to /game mode survival, I can show you guys. It makes things a lot easier. So getting that netherite hoe is going to be quite useful. Now, this is not just netherite. It's all variations. Depending on what tool you're using will depend on how fast you are actually able to do it. Also, listen to this. Go back to game mode, creative. Shroomlight has like a new sound as well. There's quite a few blocks inside the nether that have like some form of new sound. And it's absolutely brilliant. Continuing on with the hoe. Hoes can be enchanted, so great addition to the game, guys. Hoes are now useful even more. You can see here, you can pretty much get a bunch of different enchantments on these. And I'll show you guys just for example we can get here. So we got Silk Touch, Silk Touch, Silk Touch plus Efficiency and Fortune as well. So I really love that feature. Everyone's going to need to have a Minecraft hoe now. Getting into a couple more changes. Mobs that panic now do so for all damage types. Creepers now deal damage when in a boat on water. Parity added. Ambient cave sounds. I believe there's still a couple of sounds that are missing in terms of parity, but they are focusing on parity. And I'm going to keep saying it because there's been so many people in my comment section saying they don't care about Bedrock. Slow and steady at this current moment. Parity added updated aquatic underwater music. I talked about this the other day. It was kind of sad that they didn't introduce the updated aquatic music, but it's finally been added. You might need to download some of these things from the store, and if I have time in today's video, I will go and check that out. Kicking/banning changes refer to changelog. So I can't necessarily show you because I'm in a game, but I do have a picture of every single one of these. In 1.16, life is a lot easier for single player worlds and for realms. Kicking and banning changes. Kicking. Problem players can now be removed from your world by pausing and going to the player permissions screen. Anyone with operator permissions will be able to kick players. Trusted players can help moderate your world. Kicked players will not be able to rejoin LAN games while the world is open. Kick command. Problem players can also be kicked with the new /kick command, optionally including a reason for kicking. The kick command can use target selection such as kick at E team red. Going to be good for minigame based. Banning and realms permissions. Very, very useful. Realms owners can also ban players by pausing and going into player permission screen. Realm owners can now change permission of players in their realm for the player permission screen. The name of the realm is now shown on the pause screen. Finally, after over years, long time of people wanting this to be introduced, they're finally starting to focus more on permissions. Because I'm in a game, I'm not able to show you, but if we do /kick, there is a kick command, and if you do space, and you do like at a player, you can also put a reason. I'm not going to kick myself in case it doesn't let me back in this world. The last thing I want to show you in the overworld is hoglins now turn into zoglins. Zoglins are a rampaging mob. So, hoglins in the overworld will now begin to shake. So any of them that come through portals will begin to shake and then turn into a zoglin. This is a rampaging mob that will physically attack every single mob in the game, including withers, including ender dragons, just not creepers. And they are brutal. So be very careful with these things. Alright, that being said, let's get into the juicy stuff in today's video. Again, if you guys are just interested in Bastions, feel free to skip ahead. I did find one right next to my portal, which is in a great position, by the way. But I want to save the best for last because I want to go over that in great detail. Very new to Java, and of course, very new to the Bedrock community. Starting with the first one, Basalt Delta biome added. Again, towards the end of today's video, we'll go and find the new biome and do some exploring. Basalt Delta is the new home for magma cubes. They now have a dedicated place to spawn. They're really annoying, I have to agree. Introduced, you will find these in the Basalt Deltas, is the Gilded, as I explained. These, being the Twisted Vines, make up the floor of the Basalt Deltas, which I don't think they kind of fit with the Blackstone. In my opinion, they should have done like a blackish version of those ones. But hey. We do have another command, which is /locate ruined portal, which I showed you. Bastions, which is pig homes, which is that. Bridge, hoglin. Oh, okay, so the bastion homes are made up in 4 different stages or 4 different parts. You have the bridge, the hoglin stable, housing units, and treasure room. Now, after doing some experimenting with this update in survival on Java, they need to add some form of boss there. It's too easy to take them on and steal all their loot. So there could be changes. There might be changes. These are still betas and snapshots. Always room for improvement. We do have a new music disc. Now, these are found in Bastion treasure chests, so inside of there. But for the sake of today's video, I'm going to play it, and you guys are going to listen. So I'm a big fan of that, guys. A music disc, new one, cannot be farmed by killing creepers via skeletons. Great introduction. We have chains. Now, these are quite expensive. I'm hoping they change this in terms of what you get back. Now, chains will be found inside of there, but are also craftable. Here's a prime example of how they look. With both of the new lantern styles, there's going to be so many incredible builds with these things. So in terms of crafting it, you need 1, 2 nuggets, and you need yourself a ingot. But the problem is, guys, in return, oh, that's different. Why is that not possible? It looks like the bedrock recipe is slightly different, and I'm determined to find out how different. It doesn't quite show me the recipe for chains, so maybe the recipe hasn't officially been introduced yet. I don't want to mess around in survival in there too much, but yeah, strange. Well, anyway, the recipe on Java is 1, 2, 3, and in return you get 1 of these, not 2. Again, I feel like that needs to change. Lodestone, again, I can show you guys this inside of here, can be used in both dimensions, overworld as well as the nether as well, and most likely inside of the end. Getting into the respawn anchor. So the way this works is you need glowstone. Now you every time you right click on this, that sets a respawn life. Now when we do this one more time, it's meant to set my spawn. Maybe it's a work in progress. This will set your spawn, so when I die, I spawn right here. Now if I do /set world spawn, which I also believe cannot set in this dimension, but according to Minecraft, that's a new command introduced. Looks like that's a work in progress. I'm not going to kill myself, but every time I die, one of these depletes. So basically, if I died now, I'd have 3 lives. If I died again, I'd have 2. If I died again, I'd have 1. And if I died, and this was fully gone, then you respawn back in the overworld. Now, you can use dispensers to power up one of these as well. Great introduction. Does feel like it's a modded feature. It's not a modded feature. Strider, new mob. Basically a boat on lava. These things can be ridden, and they really loved warped fungus. And if you have a fishing rod and fungus, you will be able to make yourself one of these, which is stick on a fungus, and they really, really love it. Now, a couple more things about the Strider is Striders will shiver when not in lava. That's wrong. I put water. They shiver when they're not in lava, not water. It's slightly different. You can see he's shaking his beautiful legs. They follow warp fungus and can be used to breed. Baby Striders follow their parents. Okay, well, they were all babies. Anyway, if we put a saddle on this thing, you're able to ride it. These things are going to follow. They will follow this. Now, if you right-click on them, they go a little bit faster. So you're able to get across much faster. They're a great introduction to the game, dude. It's been really fast. So Strider's very, very new. Right-click on them, they'll go faster. Obviously, over time, your fungus on a stick is going to break, but the little babies will follow you. I don't know why every time I spawn. So whenever I spawn them on land, there we go. Oh, you can get pigmen on them, or piglins, or zombified piglins. You can spawn with babies on them as well. Some will spawn with saddles already on them. There you go. This one has a baby already on its parent. And we can also get a couple more things as well. But yeah, Striders, guys, they will naturally spawn in lava pools. They don't like to be outside of lava because they will begin to shiver. Again, we have Zoglins. I'm just going to let this thing go around and just rampage on its own. Although, it's quite strong, honestly. They're just like demented. You didn't stand a chance there. Soul Speed. We had the introduction of Soul Speed 1, 2, and 3. The downside to Soul Speed is it degrades your boots each soul block you walk on. So this is me just walking on ordinary soul sand, not soul soil, because I don't think soul soil is meant to slow you down. This is Soul Speed 1. So we have these on. Makes things go a little bit faster. You can see here we have some particles with it as well. Now those particles are pretty cool actually. This is soul speed 2, so if we quickly take you off and put soul speed 2 on, we're able to go even faster. You know what, this is going to create so many farms, like getting from A to B. I didn't realize it gives you like a speed boost. Like a really, really big speed boost. But again, they degrade on their own, which is sad. But mending plus that is fine. And then the Holy Grail is number 3. And this one you go even faster. It'd be really good if I had the new biome right here, the Soul Sand Valley. Love this. Little ghost particles are pretty cool though. Alright guys, so we're going to explore the Bastion and we're going to find ourselves a Basalt Delta. We do have like a lot. I don't think the trading's been fixed or changed in this version. I was throwing gold at these guys and they didn't trade. Because that is one method to get yourself a lot of loot. You can get gravel, iron nuggets, you can get fire charges, netherite, I think. But you can get a whole bunch of different materials. Unfortunately, they don't seem to be doing any form of trading. So Bastions, better known as the Pigman Housing and the Piglin Home, they live here. They physically live here. Now, they are quite big. And unfortunately, I'm not able to go into spectator mode on this version. But they are very, very big. Now, we'll start from over here because there is loot, or there should be some chests. There you go. The chests generate with decent stuff. There you go. There we go. Ancient debris. You can get the ancient debris inside of here. Gold blocks, chain, arrows. On Java, you can get spectral arrows. So maybe spectral arrows is something that could be considered for the Bedrock version. This seems to have more chests. There's some crying obsidian as well. Than, what's that? Oh, the banner pattern. The Piglin banner pattern. Oh, that's pretty cool because there's a new banner introduced as well. Let's try and see if we can go down and get inside of here. There's I think this is the housing that I'm currently in right now. Dude, this thing doesn't stop. Predominantly made up of like cracked basalt, the ordinary bricks. There's meant to be a way to get down. How do we get down in here? Maybe I'm just best off like breaking a few blocks. Now, behind the walls, guys, you can find gold. I found a ton of gold hidden in the walls. But this one seems to be quite solid. It really does. How big is this one? It does seem to be quite big. And here's some of the spawned, the gold naturally spawned. And even the gilded ones in here as well. Well, it looks like the housing on this one's quite solid. Oh no, there we go. We finally made ourselves in. There's different levels. The further you go down, you then come in contact with like the Piglin housing, the Hoglin housing and stuff. There we are. There they all are. Dude, that's a lot. Wouldn't surprise me if the community figures out a way to make Piglin farms. Although they don't really drop much. Another chest there. This is... Where's the bridge? Because there's a bridge part as well. This one's very different from the other ones I found in this game. We have a chest down here. Very average loot. Haven't found the treasure room just yet, though, on this one. So what I am going to do is I'm going to do a little bit of exploring and see if I can find the new biome plus another one of these. While on my travels, I found another type of portal. Again, they spawn with chests. No golden apples, though, because on Java, there's golden apples. Also, guys, you will notice that the blackstone makes up a lot of the floor. It's what's been added in this update is that blackstone and gravel spawns more commonly on the nether floor. So this is the new biome. Something introduced is more lava pools. This is the Basalt Delta. You will find yourself a lot of magma cubes here. Also, guys, there is new music as well. I recommend listening in your own time. But the music is beautiful. I did make a 1-hour version on my YouTube channel for you guys. Here's another broken portal, but this one is nearly full and nearly complete. Wow. Quite impressive. All right, we need to find one more bastion. All right, guys, so here's another one. This one's like in a 16 by 16 chunk. Couple of chests in here as well. This one's very, very embedded. But I'm sure you're going to find a lot better than I will. I've just not been fortunate enough in this one to find them. But that's the beta. Took me a long time to make today's video, so I hope you appreciate the time and effort for this. If you would like to see some more details about this, I don't mind making another video on the bugs and stuff like that because the bugs are, again, quite important in this game. This just must be common. There's usually gold down here. Doesn't seem to be as well set up as the Java version. So might be a couple of changes going forward to that. But have a great day. Stay beautiful. All the change loggers are down below. And I'll catch you next time. Bye.